I believe a dark tidal wave is on the horizon. It's a wave of hostility and persecution that is about to crash onto the church. We have been conditioned not to expect persecution. It's because I know how dangerous, how difficult persecution can be that I have such a sense of urgency for the United States. I'm focusing on preparation of the heart to be faithful till the end. Hello, I'm Andrew Brunson. In this series, I'm going to be talking about preparing to stand in difficult times. My wife Noreen and I lived in Turkey for 25 years, starting churches, a house of prayer, and working with refugees. Our lives were turned upside down one day when we were invited to the local police station and told that there was an order to arrest and deport us. The problem is they never got around to deporting us. They released Noreen after 2 weeks, but they held on to me for 2 years. They accused me of being a military spy, a terrorist, of trying to overthrow the Turkish government. And none of this was true. They wanted to make an example of someone in order to intimidate other Christians, and they chose me. They threatened to give me 3 life sentences in solitary confinement. I thought of myself as a relatively tough missionary. We had faced threats before, I had been shot at once, but I was not prepared for what I experienced in prison. Jesus was the most loving and kind man in history, but people called him evil. They said he was demonic. And an angry mob demanded he be killed in a gruesome way. And Jesus said that just as the world hated him, the world will also hate his followers. And it's true. Christians are the most persecuted religious group in the world. Why? It's because when we walk closely with Jesus, we carry his scent. And people are reacting to him in us. Doing this series is because I have this sense of urgency. And it's because the majority of believers are not ready for the pressures of persecution. And this is very dangerous. I can tell you this from personal experience. I came close to failing, especially during my first year in prison. At times I was suicidal. I was overcome with fear and despair. I went into relational crisis with God. Now, one of the purposes God had in my imprisonment was that I learned how to stand under pressure even when I was weak and overwhelmed. And this was in part so that I could encourage others to stand when they're under pressure. To encourage you,